Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here, and this is a bit of a different video. So this is pretty much going through all of the episodes that I recorded of Universal but have yet to upload. And these were from when I first moved out of college. Now we're like damn near 2 months in, and they're still not up. I pre-ordered the WWE 2K18 game today, like literally at 12 a.m. and it will be available 12 a.m. tomorrow. And so pretty much I'm just going to run through this episode. So this was supposed to be episode number 49, as you saw Tamina won a fatal 4-way match pinning Peyton Royce. This is episode 48, by the way. So she got herself the last spot in the first ever women's elimination chamber match. Shinsuke Nakamura beating Jeff Hardy, getting his shot in the men's elimination chamber match. And the men's chamber match consists of Brock Lesnar, Kenny Omega, Dolph Ziggler, and Kevin Owens. And there are 2 more spots. Jeff Hardy just got that one. And as you see, returning Kurt Angle, he returned in the Royal Rumble. So Nakamura got the got a spot, and Kurt Angle with an angle slam gets it and pretty much gets the final spot in the in the elimination chamber. So in the women's elimination chamber, it is Tamina, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Asuka. So on to episode number 49. This is Sami Zayn and they're kind of champion taking on REEDFEEDZ. Look at that right there. Already with a 5-star frog splash. I'm pretty much doing this so I won't have to, upload anything 2K18. Because I really don't want to. I want to start from 2K19, like as soon as the standard edition drops. To see another frog slash from RVD pinning the Intercontinental Champion. So that is a momentum boost. He may be getting a championship opportunity. So Rob Van Dam. So I had a whole promo already done, but I really don't have time for that shit. So this is Charlotte versus Dana Brooke, and the reason why these two are going at it because the Raw GM Stone Cold Steve Austin has announced a fatal 4-way tournament. So a series of one-on-one matches to get into the fatal 4-way match at Raw's exclusive pay-per-view Fastlane. Charlotte taps out Dana Brooke and gets that first spot in the fatal 4-way. The winner of the fatal 4-way will take on the Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania, and this is the Universal Champion Seth Rollins, pretty much preparing for his one-on-one rematch with Baron Corbin, taking on the A-list of the Miz. This is the return of Maurice. Rollins is our current Universal Champion. He will, clearly beat the Universal Champion going into 2K18. I'm sorry, wait, 2K19. Rollins with the cover, and he pins the Miz. Rollins celebrating. I am, however, going to upload the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view itself before anything 2K19. But I just wanted to, do these series of videos. So on episode 50, DIY, and Tommaso Ciampa is not in this year's installment. And yes, I do have DIY still as a tag team, and they will still be a tag team entering 2K19. I just have to download the Tommaso Ciampa created character, which I saw on Instagram for PlayStation 4 players. It's actually not that bad. It actually looks pretty good. They are going one-on-one against the Ascension, so this is pretty much a, not like a number 1 contenders match. It's pretty much proving, to, a brand new tag team versus a tag team that's been here for a while, since 2K17, the Ascension. And the Ascension here actually win by countout, and I was actually pretty pissed because this match went 16 minutes long. It was a pretty damn good match with the Ascension going to win. And for you guys who didn't know, I'm just gonna give a brief overview. I started my Universal Series 2K16, and I continued everything from 2K16 on, stats, titles. So if Seth Rollins wins the Intercontinental Champion, then yes, he will still be a Grand Slam champion. But let's say if Roman wins the WWE title, it'll only be what, his like second WWE title, right? Because I'm going by everything that started in 2K16, because I started to follow like real storylines and stats like that, and I pretty much, you know, broadened the you know, storylines as each game came out. So if you hear me say, you know, a lot of statistics that aren't really accurate in 2018, that is why. As you see, Cedric Alexander, TJP going at it for the Cruiserweight Championship. And Cedric Alexander wins, becomes a two-time Cruiserweight Champion. TJP shaking hands, showing the sportsmanship. You gotta love it. Gotta love the sportsmanship. So yeah, that is pretty much an overview. And Cena is a 17-time world champion now. And as you see, that is the WWE Championship. My WWE Championship is blue. I want to be different, okay? Let me be. Anyway, I might just keep the old WWE title, but I didn't see AJ Styles preparing for John Cena at the Elimination Chamber in a 2 out of 3 falls match. That is the match that was announced because I was tired of countouts, and I wanted to see a pretty good match between Cena and Styles compared to that Royal Rumble match. So this is Paige versus Nia Jax. This match went 15 minutes long, and it was actually pretty good. Paige hit like a rampage off the top rope, like 3 Paige turners, and then finally made Nia Jax tap. So this is like another, fatal 4-way contenders match pretty much. Paige makes Nia Jax tap. So it is Paige and Charlotte. And what I planned to do was do a tag team match for the final 2 entries into the fatal 4-way, which I think I will do. That seems like the most logical thing to do, in my opinion. Hence that the Fastlane pay-per-view was scheduled, literally the week after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, so I really don't have time to, book 2 more women's singles matches. It's Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor, and surprisingly, Baron Corbin gets the win, beats Finn Balor, a former 2-time Universal Champion. Not 1 time, but he's 2-time Universal Champion. Baron Corbin will be taking on Seth Rollins in the rematch. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is episode. I do know that this is the last episode before the Chamber pay-per-view. So, this video is almost done. Peyton Royce taking on SmackDown champion Naomi, and she hits her with the Venus flytrap finisher and pins the SmackDown champion. Huge win for Peyton Royce. And she is definitely one of the names that I have marked down for big push in 2K18. 100% getting a big push. Spoilers. And this is Gallows and Anderson. And if you guys haven't, watched my 2K18 series, it's fine. But Gallows and Anderson had literally been the hottest tag team probably in my series history, 4-year history. Which has been a bad 4-year history because I can't finish, a full year because, I'm always procrastinating these damn videos, just like I do each and every year. I did a pretty good job this year, but I wanted to make it to WrestleMania, but I didn't. But good news is, we have Fastlane, then WrestleMania, and then we can start all over with the draft and stuff. So it's kind of good timing with the new game. As you can see, Gallows and Anderson coming away with the victory, and they will be taking on Swiss Cade for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And if you don't know who Swiss Cade is, it is Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. So Tyson Kidd is not in the game, so I had to find a created character for him. But if not, we're just gonna have this type of storyline. Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. Shinsuke defeats Cena 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my 2K18 overview. And last episode will be the Elimination Chamber. But until then, peace out.